Listen, I've been trying to warn you about Tariq Nasheed, Marcus Sanders. He is in it for himself. Now, his previous video, he's talking about how the election was a fraud, but then he kept reminding the people listening over and over again that, hey, I'm not supporting Trump. He said it more than 10 to 12 times within a 5-minute period. He opened up by saying this. So who is he trying to convince? Himself? Or is he trying to convince the people listening? And then he has a nerve to call it finesse, when that's exactly what he has been doing since day one concerning everything that he sells, especially these movies. As a matter of fact, he's coming out with yet another movie. I told you, he cannot survive without collecting money for these movies. And then he'll turn around and sell it too. That's double profit. He's not giving any free copies out. I've talked to a slew of people that have told me they still waiting on their free copy of Hidden Colors 1. And how long ago did that come out? And then when they start to ask him about it, he'll block them. He'll block them. Why? Come on, man. These people gave money to help you because you said that creating these things would cost $200,000 or more, which I have never understood that. I deal in common sense, ladies and gentlemen. I deal in common sense. And I know that you do too. You can't go by your emotions. Oh, I like Tariq Nasheed, so I'm going to ignore the wrong that he's doing. And I'm just going to accept it. And hell, I even defend him. But you are defending a lie. You are defending a very deceitful person that do not care about you. Tariq Nasheed voted for Trump for a lot of reasons, but the main reason was he understands a lot of policies will be created concerning the Biden administration. So the things that he got away with in the past, he won't be able to get away with it in the future. He sees the writing on the wall, just like Brandon Tatum, just like Candace Owens. Is it a coincidence that Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum would at the same time start begging for money? But Trump needs your support more than ever. So you're not raising money for him, but yet you're raising money for yourselves. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I've been trying to tell you this. They are only concerned about the money. And they see the writing on the wall. They realize, you know what? The things that we got away with in the past, we will not get away with it in the future. And we could get hit with tax evasion. We could get hit with all sorts of crimes. If they audit Tariq Nasheed right now, I can guarantee you he will owe so much in taxes that it's not even, listen, he would do prison time. Absolutely, he would do prison time. So this is why he secretly voted for Trump. Because he was trying to do some heavy convincing. Oh, I just want to make it clear. I don't support Trump. Then 2 minutes later, I just want to make it clear. I don't support Trump. 2 minutes later, I don't support Trump. I just want everybody to understand. I don't support Trump. I look at the big picture. Something's fishy about this election. So he has a nerve to talk about somebody finessed this election, whether it was the Democrats or maybe another party or group or organization, because he has finessed his own people since Hidden Colors 1. And really way before that, but the first movies that he was actually coming out with had nothing to do with Black history. It was just a lot of silliness. How to lie to a girl and get in her pants and how to be a pimp, some old bullshit like that. And back at that time, it sold. But then after a while, people start to wisen up because they start to grow up. And they start to realize that, what the fuck do I need a book for? Come on, man. So they recognize that deception and they moved on. So then he started to clean up his act. But yet it's still an act. He doesn't feel the way that he describes to all of you about black history and black people. He could care less. He cares about himself and his family, and that's it. And it's questionable if he really cares about his family more than he cares about himself. I'm just giving you the reality. I'm just giving you the truth. The truth hurts. It really does. It makes you upset. It makes you want to hurt somebody. It makes you sad, glad, happy, all kinds of emotions. Don't let a person or persons dictate how you feel or control how you feel. $200,000 going toward a Black History movie. Now, in this previous video, his latest video, I caught him verifying what I've been saying a long time now, that he is the one that edits these movies. But he lied in the past and said that he hired someone to edit this. But I already knew that that was a lie. This nigga's greedy. He's not going to pay anybody. Listen, and you don't need a person to edit this. You can do it yourself. Have you seen the quality of that bullshit? Be real. Don't just go off emotions and, oh, no matter what, I'm going to support Tariq Nasheed. Use your common sense. Don't let your emotions dictate decisions for you. That crap is not worth no $200,000 a whop. Not all of them put together as one by one. Hidden Colors 1, $200,000. Hidden Colors 2, $200,000. Hidden Colors 3, $200,000. Hidden Colors 4, $200,000 and more. But no cost. And he will not be transparent and let people know exactly where this money has gone. You start asking questions, he blocks you. Come on, man. So what should we think? Oh, you should just trust me no matter what, even though you don't know me. Even though this don't make no sense, but just trust me. Now give me my $200,000. And he gives you some fucking poorly edited, poor, just the whole thing, man, is less than B rated. Is less than B grade. That shit ain't worth a fucking dollar, much less $200,000. So if anybody has finessed anybody, Tariq Nasheed is at the top of the list, brothers and sisters. He's at the top of the list. He begs for money to put these damn bad pieces of shit movies out. He'll lie to the people saying he is working hard on it. I stayed up late, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning working on this, and I always still get up early. I might go to bed at 3 a.m., but 6 a.m. I'm up. Nigga, you're lying. You're lying. Because he kept repeating himself. Anybody, listen, for example, Umar Johnson. People would like to know why this man repeats himself 3 times. And it's simple. Use your common sense. He's lying. He's trying to convince you. He's not sure if you know that he's lying. But just in case, let me say it 2 more times. Let me convince him. Or at least try to. Because you won't be able to fool everybody. That's a fact, Jack. $200,000. But will not be transparent as to where the money goes. You don't pay nobody to edit because it came out of your own mouth. You are the one that edit these movies. So we can strike that out. The cartoon illustrations that is sometimes in these Hidden Color series. Yet again, that's Tariq Nasheed. And I'm pretty sure, no doubt, that he has used a cheap as editing software that you could get for about $15. You can get the whole suite uh, that includes everything for about 15 to $20. Do it yourself. So far, he hasn't paid anybody so far. So then let's move on to the people that's being interviewed. Yet again, this came out of his own mouth that he does not pay these people to interview them. But he convinces them to be a part of this for two reasons. Number one, because our brothers and sisters need to gain this knowledge. Number two, if you be a part of something like this and it goes across the nation, then you get more recognition. So they bought and sold without having to pay them. So far, we have crossed out every possibility that he would actually be paying that could actually have this money going here or there. Everything is scratched out. So how come he still won't be transparent? What are you spending money on, Tariq Nasheed? The internet? Wi-Fi? The editing suite is about 15 to $20. So how did you come up with a figure of more than $200,000, man? Come on, man. And don't try to say that these copies, they cost damn near $200,000 to copy and make. That's a damn lie. They have equipment now that you can use to do your own copying. It might take a little longer than if you would use a high price machine that could put out more quickly at a faster time. But why would he want to, he has all the time in the world, in other words. And again, he's greedy. So far, he can't account for any money going in any direction. So then why do you need the money in the first place? I can guarantee you, his people, they're listening to me right now. And in the back of their mind, they're wondering, once they get past their emotions and hate me and write hateful comments and all this, later on when they settle down and relax, they're going to think about the questions that I brought to the surface. And they're going to want to know the answers to these questions because it's going to weary them to death. They won't be satisfied. But I'm warning you now. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. The first few of you that start to ask questions, he's going to block you, okay? And he's going to think, okay, well, it's just a few people here and there because there are always people that would ask these questions. And he, behind the scenes, you don't know anything about it. His people don't know anything about it. He blocks them. And if they start trying to reach out to the people that's listening to him, then he'll try to jump the gun and beat them to the punch. And he'll say that these people are crazy, or he'll say that's an agent, or, that's a person that's trying to stop his work. Anything to get his supporters not to listen to that person. And again, I offer this also too. Nobody has received a free copy going back to Hidden Colors 1. And they donated. They donated more than what the fucking DVD was priced at. But they get their free copy. So he has a nerve to try to talk about finesse. Come on, man. And yet he's at it again with yet another movie. So I guess movies is going to change the whole state of our black society. Who knew? Movies, black history is going to save us. We just have to buy every copy that Tariq Nasheed offers. Let me give you another question to ask him too. Where is he gathering this information from? Now, it's obvious to me, but maybe not to his supporters that's listening. You're still not convinced. So I'm sure that this will convince you, or at least implant that question or questions inside your mind to ask him, because you need to know the answers to them. Where does he get his information from? Common sense tells us that for something to be 100% truth, especially dealing with this, you would have to have a person that lived in those times, that lived it, so that they could give their account to what actually happened because they were there. And then they would still need to be alive today. Now, Tariq Nasheed is very slick. So he'll come out running with this. Well, people, they used to keep detailed documents and notes, and they would pass it down from generation to generation. And I happened to run into one of these people that actually saved this information. And so then I started to study it. And then I decided, hey, why not give it to everybody? But not for free. They're going to have to pay a charge. But I'll create Black History. Different series based upon these notes. Listen, there are no notes. If he comes with this excuse, he's lying. He got his information from the internet and books that people have had for years, and these same books that he quote from, and he don't want you to recognize which books. So he won't give them credit. As a matter of fact, he won't be transparent at all. He won't say anything because he don't want you to figure it out. Because most of these books, they will tell you, even before you get into the meat of that book and all the information that they would offer, they tell you that, listen, this is not 100% guaranteed the truth. This is what I believe might be the truth. But we can never confirm it. Because again, common sense tells us that if a person actually lived everything that happened, then they are the only ones qualified to tell the story, and it would be 100% truth. But it's impossible because that was so long ago. We don't have anybody that's still alive today that actually lived back in those times. And if they were alive, they couldn't relay any information. I'm pretty sure they would be unable to talk and with a lot of health problems. And their memory probably would have deteriorated already. So Tariq Nasheed is finessing all of you. And he voted for Trump because he realized that, with Biden, a lot of this slick shit that people been getting away with, no more. He's thinking about money. He's thinking about his future financially. He's not thinking about y'all. It doesn't matter what president is in there, including Obama. Nothing is going to change for us. I've been saying that for a long, long time. I'm not on Biden's side. And if you don't believe me, go back to my archives and listen to me tell you. I'm not behind Trump nor Biden. But we had to get Trump out of there for sure. Because Trump wants things his way. He's a big kid. I told you that even before he started throwing these fucking tantrums. There's something wrong with this. I think he is a little bit retarded. And I'm not trying to laugh at him, but I really think that this man is mildly retarded. And when something don't go his way, he won't think about the country as a whole. He's going to think about himself. How long? If he would have been reelected, how long until this man would have gotten angry with someone in another country and then declared war? How long? Another 4 years and we would be in war. Now, it's going to happen anyway, but at least it won't happen sooner than later. We can all agree on that. Nothing is going to get better in case you haven't figured this out yet. Stop giving your money to these Negroes. Every year, Tariq Nasheed wants to create some fucking bullshit movie. And then he'll beg you for $200,000. Listen, I need $200,000. I'm trying to put this information together. We need this in times like this. Has anybody's life changed because they bought one of the Hidden Color series or all of them? Suddenly, did they start earning more money? Did they start? I mean, really, if it changed your life, then let me know. Don't lie. Be honest. Some of you are embarrassed right now because you realize that you are helping him to achieve the American dream. And you putting yours on hold. Tariq Nasheed has finessed you. He has finessed you. He voted for Trump because he wanted Trump to win, not because he liked him, but because he knew that he could guarantee his finances for another 4 years. Now, he's in a panic. How many times did he keep saying, I don't support Trump? Oh, I want y'all to know, I don't support Trump. Hey, I don't support Trump. Within 5 minutes, more than 12 times. So then, again, who is he trying to convince? Himself or the people that's listening to him?